very important for Southampton players to stay with runners. I mean, and that was the one in situation there where Sterling plays a fairly basic 1-2. Lots of time for the defenders to pick him up, but they didn't. And that's a worrying sign.
Delightful little board in the early season win at Everton. That was from open play. Fancy his favourite here, and it is Kolarov. It's on target. Stekelenburg has made a meal of it and managed to get his hand out there again as the bodies came flying in on top of him and prevent that ball from getting over the line.
I think we need to put that down to the conditions, Des, because it looked as if it was going to be fairly simple for him, but he's dropped it with his hands. Let's face it, City looking very, very keen to try and get on the end of the bits. Well, perhaps doing a disservice. It is well in that top corner, but it is very, very slippery. So the City players followed that in really, really well. Where were the defenders following the ball back in? He was a little bit fortunate that he didn't break away from him. In fairness to him, he's done very, very well, but I would be saying to myself,
certainly a draw. Not quite sure on the balance of chances if that was right, and of course, as you were mentioning on the night, Brian, when Juventus go 1-0 up at home, they don't exactly go expansive themselves. Here is Sterling, robs Yoshida. Little injection of pace. Raheem Sterling for De Bruyne, and there is the breakthrough goal. Inside 9 minutes, they've been threatening it. May not have scored it, Raheem Sterling, but a lot of the credit goes to him here.
Well, he's done really, really well, Sterling, because he decides when he's got to pass the ball. He has to look 2 or 3 times. There might be the problem for Southampton. Yoshida, a right full-back. Yeah, a little bit sloppy. Falls over the ball. Centre-back, generally speaking, in there. Sterling looking and looking and looking. Takes enough touches. Does the right thing in the end and passes a simple little ball to De Bruyne. But there, it might well be the weak link along the back line today. And Sterling has took full advantage of it. Cleverly took his time, looking for the pass. Eventually made the right time, the perfect one, very simple. And De Bruyne, who did miss a simple one at Villa Park, similar to that 3 weeks ago, makes no mistake tonight.
And that lovely moment there where he slowed Yoshida back down again before turning on the afterburners.
It's part of their plan. You always see Southampton at their best when they're actually playing at a fairly high tempo, where they're pushing the ball, where they themselves are the ones who are pressurising the opposition.
That's through the middle for Aguero, who's now side of Van Dijk. Stekelenburg advances. He's got there in the nick of time.
Well, there was 2 options there. Is the left side the better ball for Fabian Delph? Let's have a look here. Well, no, there's an opportunity to go both ways. It probably just overstruck a little bit on the surface, but he had 2 options there. Sterling was to his left-hand side as well. He's chosen to go through the middle, but the ball is just played a little bit too firmly. You can see it bouncing off the slippery surface, gathering pace.
Kolarov with the outswinger.
It was edged towards the ball.
May have gotten away with that one. Oh, it's a great strike, a big deflection, and Manchester City double their lead 20 minutes in. And they all run to Fabian Delph on his first start for the club. And the deflection really took Stekelenburg out of it there. 2-0 and deserving of it, Manchester City.
Yeah, well, they maybe should have had a penalty 10 seconds ago. But this one comes out to Delph, strikes it hard and low into the dangers of his own. Van Dijk really can't do anything about it. Touches him. Stekelenburg, no chance, absolutely no chance. But it's no more than City deserve. I'm not sure that it was work to be doing that, but, well, in the end, it's very sloppy Southampton side at the moment. 2-0 down.
And such a crisp. Here is Romeo. Mane wants it. Instead it's toward Prowse. And they construct something here. Bertrand on the left-hand side. Van Dijk forward. It's a lovely turn away from Di Michaelis. What an effort. In the centre half, Virgil van Dijk.
Oh, brilliant. Nice piece of play. They've kept possession for the first time for a while. Van Dijk with a lovely little turn. And he has absolutely leathered that one. Riero delighted to see that hit the bar. He's got no chance of stopping it. It is a little bit high, but great strike. Brilliant little shimmy in it.
What a return ball that is. Bertrand chasing against De Bruyne here. Aguero at the near post. Sterling's in there as well. And just off balance, couldn't find a finish. And De Bruyne showing his pace on that occasion. And Bertrand is no slouch.
How many 1-2s have we seen played today? The Southampton players just haven't been first to that second little 1-2 situation. Man City players all over the movement, all over Keane, getting first to the ball. And again, unlucky again, the ball just bobbles. In fairness to Sterling, it jumps up there. Koeman looking, see where he's played.
Romeo allowed to advance. He's taken out 4 City players. Here is Shane Long. Caballero makes the save, breaks for Davis. Edge of the area, backing up Sanya. Still Davis. Ward-Prowse looking to get turned. Sets one up for Wanyama. Toure gets out to him.
You always feel, whenever I watch City play, you always feel that, especially without company in there. Well,
I think that's exactly the point Virgil van Dijk was making, that if you're going to bring it back for a free kick, we'll take the one that's a lot closer to the penalty area. Tadic early for Mane. Oh, it's a great ball to the back post, and Shane Long scores, and Southampton are back in this. Quick thinking on the free kick, lovely floated delivery to the back post. And Caballero rooted to his line, and Shane Long took ruthless advantage of that.
Yeah, brilliant quick free kick, but look at this ball into the box. Now for me, yeah, I'm going to upset the goalkeepers union, of course, but for me, a goalkeeper on top form who plays regularly might just think about coming and taking that. Man City once again crosses into the box, in behind the centre-backs, and just in that gap where this particular goalkeeper doesn't like to come, Shane Long takes full advantage of it, but good.
Pressing Roy Hodgson of late. Ward-Prowse, Tadic, brilliant take. Oh, and he's all the way through, Dusan Tadic. And Long on the follow-up. And neither could find the net. Tadic looked for the fancy finish up and over as he tried to scoop it beyond Caballero.
Well, you can't tell me these two centre-backs don't struggle from time to time, because they're Michaelis all over the place. Drops his shoulder here, Tadic. Watch him drop his shoulder. Away he goes, all through. In fairness to Caballero, he does ever see.
Swung in by De Bruyne. Aguero's at the back post. Otamendi there as well. And there's always a deep intake of breath when Aguero hobbles away from an incident. Maybe he just landed awkwardly on his angle. Maybe someone came down on top of him. He's going off anyway. Wilfried Bony, who's only just come back from a hamstring injury. It's the end of the year, away to Arsenal, away to Leicester.
Yeah, if there's any contact there. No, he's landed awkward. He's landed that. Now that's worse.
There's Tadic. Slips away from Fernandinho. Oh, Caballero spilled it. And it just didn't break for long.
Yeah, Shane Long in there, hunting out for little pieces. Caballero not looking overly convincing, but it's awkward on this sort of surface to get down and keep the ball in your hands.
There's De Bruyne now. Sterling down the left-hand side. Faced by Yoshida. Waits for Kolarov. He's the decoy. Sterling. And now Bony. And now Kevin De Bruyne. Alexander Kolarov on his left foot. Brilliant finish. And breathing room again for Manchester City.
Well, I wondered for a moment or two whether they'd taken too long, whether De Bruyne himself should have had a shot at goal. It's a wonderfully worked out opportunity for him. Sterling takes his time, he looks across. De Bruyne has an opportunity here to pull it down. No, but he makes the right decision, far post. And again, Kolarov takes his time, but he gets enough on it, drills it through. A goalkeeper and 2 players on the line. And City, out of nowhere, get that 2-goal cushion again.
Oh, the technique absolutely impeccable here from Alexander Kolarov. One touch to control and the second to flash it beyond 4 Southampton players. With pinpoint precision into that bottom corner. He's done brilliantly. Mane, 4 against 2 here. Decision time for Sadio Mane. Goes for goal himself when he had 3 men, including Shane Long, to the left-hand side.
Yeah, frustration from Shane Long there. He felt he should have been played in.
Oh, what a move that is. Too many in blue to try and get beyond Dusan Tadic. First bit was beautiful. There's Toure. There's a pass from almost behind him. Great ball from De Bruyne. Oh, what a goal that would have been. And Bonny, what looks at possibly the easiest part of the move,